I was born and raised in the FLDS community.
I grew up in the Kingston group.
I am from the Warren Jeffs Polygamist group.
I came from the FLDS in Colorado City.
And I'm now a wife and a mother of a 1-year-old son.
And today I am a single mommy going to nursing school.
I'm working on my GED, proudly, and I'm starting a job at a ski resort.
I feel like I'm a better person now with raising my children.
I was closest to my cousin. We did everything together.
I loved it growing up until I was 14.
I love the memories of the parades and the Harvest Fest and the people we used to do things with.
We could escape from the religion, the teachings, our dads.
It was great until I got to see reality.
I never saw my dad. He came home once every 3 months to knock up my mom and take off.
You're supposed to just shut your mouth and do what you're told.
My view of the outside world was that it was dangerous.
I got really depressed and felt like that my life was not my own. So my dad sat me down on my 16th birthday and said, make me a list of who you want to marry and I'll look at it when I come back.
Hillary was running away. She was supposed to be married. I mean, she was 14.
I was raped when I was 14, and because of the way that we were brought up, it was made to be my fault, and I wanted to kill myself, and I felt so alone. I was helping my mom raise my little brother and sister, and they were the two that I could cry to, and I couldn't cry to mom and dad because I just couldn't.
My dad was very abusive, and I got sick of it.
I definitely could tell that something was not right.
I saw freedom in a lot of people that were around me at the time, and I wanted to know what that freedom was.
The lady that lived next door was a Mormon, and she says there shouldn't be a person in your religion that tells you of one thing and then they all do the opposite.
And they took me out to a movie, Madagascar, and went and watched it, and my dad got after me, and I just got a taste of the world of how it was.
I just remember being so scared for my brothers that left because I knew that they were going to go to hell. Then when we got excommunicated, I thought, I get to be with those, my brothers, and maybe we can all go to hell together, and at least we'll be together.
Well, they wanted me to get in touch with the church leaders and, confess my sin of associating with the outside world, I guess. I don't know.
And I threw all my stuff in 2 wheelbarrows and wheeled it out there and threw it in the truck and says, get out of here. Go, because Dad's almost in town.
What held me back was that James told me that he'd take my children from me and I'd have nothing. I'd go to hell. I'd be had by every guy that came around.
I got married to a man that comes from the same group that I left. There was a time where I begged him to go to school, and he said, no, you're a housewife, that's what you were meant to be. I started believing in myself for once, and that's when the marriage turned really bad.
And I left the van and the keys and my phone, deleted all the numbers, and I left a bottle of whiskey on the table, just in case he needed it. I was scared to death. I knew that he would find me.
I started telling my story to the victim's advocate, and she says, I know this wonderful woman, Tanya, with Holding Out Help, and she's here to help women transition into mainstream society and be there for you, and it's a safe place. My first impression was unconditional love, no matter what or where I came from.
The biggest thing when you're leaving is you just want somebody that cares.
Although I was still a little bit scared, I felt a sense of security.
They helped me out a lot through getting my GED. They're really good people. They're happy, they're uplifting.
For the first time in my life, I felt empowered and a sense of freedom, and I was very excited to start this new life with my babies.
And that helped me transition from being in the outside world and being angry to being satisfied with my life and being happy with my life.
It's kind of like a dream, go looking back on it, it's just like, wow, I don't feel like the same person.
But when you leave and you finally have somebody out there that really actually cares for you for reals, just helps you try to accomplish your goals and be somebody.
A lot of people need education because education isn't really strong in those communities, especially for the women.
Today I'm going to school full-time to be a nurse, and I know that I would not be here if I did not have the help from Holding Out Help.
They'll help you in the community and outside of the community. It's not just we're going to help you only if you're coming out. It's we're going to help you no matter what.
Holding Out Help is not another controlled environment.
That there is hope, there's help, and there's freedom, and you know you have a choice.
And if I could have just known that when I was 14, that God loves her, and she's beautiful, and she's forgiven, and she can reach out to God no matter what, and all the struggles that she goes through, He's right there with her, and it's okay. Just let Him hold her.